Merry Christmas, friends. This is Oren Otter, and this video is a special adventure for all of my listeners, a gift from me to you. This hypnosis routine will allow you to experience firsthand your first flight as a reindeer. Naturally, this module is best used immediately after the reindeer transformation module, but it's not strictly necessary. Now, this is for a shiny-nosed reindeer, so if you do use them in tandem, be sure to take the shiny nose option. And if you would like to, you can go ahead and crop off the beginnings and endings of each module so that they flow together seamlessly. After all, repeated introductions and inductions can get a little bit boring. Now, just in case you have any misgivings about going into trance, I would like to assure you that hypnosis is as safe as sleep. I can't make you do anything that you don't want to do, and I wouldn't do that anyway. And if at any point during this little adventure you don't like what I'm doing, you are free to cut me off and wake up at any moment. Now, as always, I'm going to be taking you deep into trance, which means that you need to be able to relax completely. So I'd like you to be either sitting down or lying down in a position where your head is supported. I want you to be as comfortable as possible. If you need to scratch an itch or shift your weight, that's fine. Otherwise, just try to lie as still and quiet as possible. Completely relaxing, just listening to me and letting my voice do all the work for you. Now, if you're ready, we'll begin. I would like you to begin by focusing on your toes. We're going to relax every muscle group in your body until we've got you completely relaxed. And as we do that, all of the stress and tension is going to flow out of your body as a warm, positive energy flows in. So we're going to start with your toes. Just focus on each one of your toes and make sure all of the muscles in those toes are completely relaxed. And as you do, you're going to open the way for that warm, positive energy to start flowing into your body. Just little waves at first going through your toes into your feet, making all of the muscles in your feet completely relax. Just feeling so very good, so very at peace, as that warm energy continues upward past your ankles into your legs, making your calves relax, making all of the muscles in your shins just completely relax, to go slack, and just be completely at ease, letting all of that stress just flow out of your muscles, out through your toes, as that wave of warmth comes up past your knees into your thighs, making all of the muscles in your thighs go slack and relax, making muscles in your hips just feel so good and completely relaxed, just completely letting go of all that tension, all the stress, letting that warm wave of positive energy wash up past your waist up into your torso, making you feel so very good, so very peaceful, as all of the stress in those muscles in your stomach and in your lower back just release and let go, as you just lay back and listen to the sound of my voice, letting my words bring you that warm, positive energy. You can feel it climbing up into your torso now, moving up through your legs in waves up into your chest, making you feel so good, so completely relaxed, as all of the muscles just let go and release all of their tension, leaving you feeling so very good. And you can feel that warmth starting to pour down into your fingertips now, pulling into fingertips, making all of the muscles in your fingertips completely relax, completely let go, and just feel wonderful as that warmth comes up and waves up into your hands, making all of the muscles in your hands just release all of their tension, just completely letting go, letting that warmth come up into your arms, making them feel so good, making them completely relax, just leaving you feeling excellent as that warmth comes up into your upper arms, making your biceps and triceps and your shoulders just completely let loose, letting all of the stress just flow out of your body, being replaced by that warm, positive energy as it completes its filling of your chest and goes up into your neck, coming up through your body in waves, up into your neck and into your head, making all of the muscles in your neck just completely relax and let go of all their tension. Everything stressful is just flowing out through your head now, just oozing out through the top of your head as all of the muscles in your face begin to relax. All of the little muscles around your ears, muscles around your mouth and your nose and your eyes, up into your forehead now, as that warm, positive energy completely fills your body all the way up to the top of your head, and you can just feel it pushing all of the stress out the top of your head. All of your muscles completely relaxing now, just leaving you feeling so good as you just relax and lay back and listen to the sound of my voice, letting my words construct your reality for you. And the only muscles that are working now are the ones that are making you breathe. And so I just want you to take a good deep breath and let it out. And each time you take a deep breath, I want you to go ahead and open your eyes. And when you breathe out, I want you to let them go closed again. And each time you breathe in, you'll find it's just a little bit harder to open your eyes. Each time you breathe out, it's a little easier to let them close. Breathe in, opening your eyes just a little bit less, and breathing out all of the stress and tension, and letting your eyes close again. Breathing in that warm, positive energy, breathing out all stress, all tension, all bad feeling. Breathing in and opening your eyes just a little bit less each time, and breathing out, letting them close. And if you want to just let them close, you can do that now. Just let them close and lock shut, because it feels so good to just relax, listen to the sound of my voice, breathing in all of that warm, positive energy, and breathing out those last vestiges of stress. And if you want to try to open your eyes, you can give it a try, but you'll find that they don't open, because it just feels so good to completely relax, to just completely let go and let my voice construct your reality for you, letting me do all the work for you. It just feels so good to completely relax. And in a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. With each number I count, we're going to go a little bit deeper into that blissful state of trance. And when I snap my fingers and tell you to sleep, you're going to be able to go instantly into a blissful, wonderful, peaceful, relaxing state of trance. And each time I tell you to sleep, you're going to be able to go twice as deep as you did before. 10, proceeding down into trance now. 9, going lower and lower. 8, drifting downward. 7, just floating down into that state of trance. 6, lower and lower. 5, feeling so very good. 4, feeling better the deeper you go. 3, and going deeper the better you feel. 2, almost there now. 1, sleep. You're doing so very good now, just feeling absolutely wonderful as you continue down into that wonderful state of trance, going twice as deep as before now as you just relax and sleep. Doing wonderfully now, just feeling so good as you just relax, listen to my voice, and let me do the work for you, just completely letting go of all negativity, feeling so peaceful, so wonderful as you sleep. Feeling so very good, feeling absolutely happy as you drift down into that wonderful, awesome state of trance, going 10 times deeper now as you just relax and listen to me and sleep. You're doing very well. You've come very deep now. but we're going to come up just a little while so that when we go back down again, we can go even deeper than we did before. 1, starting back up towards consciousness. 2, a little higher with each number I count. 3, flying higher with each number. 4, further and further. 5, coming up towards consciousness little by little. 6, more and more with each number. 7, starting to become aware of your surroundings. 8, almost there. 9, open your eyes. 10, fully awake, fully aware of what's around you. Taking a brief break as we just stretch and become comfortable once again. Proceeding back down into trance once again. 10, going back down again. 9, floating down into that state of trance. 8, just feeling so very good. 7, feeling as if you're floating in space. 6, feeling absolutely wonderful. 5, relaxing more and more. 4, feeling so much better the deeper you go. 3, going deeper the better you feel. 2, nearly there now. And 1, sleep. Going twice as deep as you were before. Just feeling so very wonderful, so very relaxed, as you lay there and listen to the sound of my voice, and you sleep. Going 5 times as deep now, feeling so very good, so very relaxed, letting everything go, and just letting my voice do the work for you, as you just relax and feel good, and sleep. Going 10 times deeper into trance now, feeling so very wonderful, so very relaxed, so very peaceful and happy and content, as you listen to my voice and you sleep. Going further and further down into a deep sleep, a very deep sleep. Feeling very, very happy because some exciting things are about to happen. You've been transformed into a reindeer, and you're going to be part of Santa's reindeer team this year. And you're looking forward to it very much. Just the very thought of being part of that reindeer team is filling you with a sense of anticipation and happiness. As you lay in front of a warm, crackling fire, you think back to the events of this week. You came up here to the Northlands to visit some family and friends, and you've had a wonderful time so far. You went to the shopping mall to meet Santa, and when you spoke to him, he asked you what you would like for Christmas. And you sheepishly admitted that the thing you would like most of all is to be part of his reindeer team. And Santa just smiled, because he knows what a good person you are, and he rewards goodness. So he agreed to make you part of his reindeer team. Earlier today, an elf came by, and he fixed a special drink for you. And as you drank it, your body filled with a warm, pleasant feeling. You drifted to sleep in front of the fire, and as you lay there, gently dozing, you were slowly transformed into a reindeer. And now that same elf is back, and he's motioning you to come to the door. So you stand up, and you move towards the door. He motions to you to come outside, and so you do. The elf closes the door behind you and leads you out into the yard, an area that's large and open and covered with a clean white sheet of snow. The elf is very friendly. He pets your neck and tells you congratulations on making the reindeer team this year. You still feel so absolutely thrilled at the idea, and you give a happy snort in response. Now it's time for you to get in a little bit of flying practice, says the elf. I know that you've never flown before, so I'm going to give you a little time to try it out and get your wings, so to speak. So go ahead and fly around for an hour or so, and when you come back, I'll be waiting for you at the stables. If reindeer could giggle, you would, because this is just such an awesome moment. You're about to take your first flight as a reindeer. As the elf takes a step back, you experimentally raise one front hoof into the air, followed by one back hoof. Gently, you bring the other front hoof up, and amazingly, you're not falling forward. Just one foot left on the ground now. And so you begin pulling it up, and you find yourself hovering above the snow. You feel a little bit unsteady at first, and that's to be expected. This is your first time off the ground after all. Now, how to move forward. You kick the air a bit, which makes you a little bit more unstable yet, and you stumble. Your front hooves go back down on the ground again to keep you from falling. Well, let's try that again, shall we? Again, you raise one hoof, and then the other, until you're floating once again. This time you kick a little bit more gently, beginning to move forward a little more with each hoof that you move, as if you're swimming through the air. You're going a little faster now, rising higher and higher as you go. And as you fly in small circles around the yard, you're finding that you're a little bit wobbly. But the more you fly, the easier it becomes to maintain your balance and fly straight. And so you rise higher and higher, up to the level of the second story of the house, up to the top of the trees, spiraling higher and higher. You're twice as high as the housetops now, and continuing to climb, continuing to ascend in small circles as you fly around the block. The town is becoming smaller and smaller beneath you, and as you start to fly in wider and wider circles, you're greeted by updrafts from the chimneys below. And those warm updrafts are carrying the pleasant smells of freshly baked bread, of Christmas cookies and cakes, and all manner of good things. And as you continue to fly higher and higher, you straighten out your flight path, and you fly over the town, watching the houses and the trees and all the tiny people passing by below you, admiring all of the festive decorations on the houses below as they light up the streets. Block by block passes by beneath you, until the town gives way to farms. Cows and horses look up at you curiously, wondering about this strange flying animal above them. And in your reindeer voice, you trumpet a Merry Christmas to them as you continue flying further and faster and higher. Farm after farm passes by below you, and when there are no farms, forest. You find yourself passing over mile upon mile of trees as you just take in the beautiful night around you. With no city lights to disturb your vision, you can clearly see millions of stars on your left, and on your right, the shimmering lights of the aurora borealis. The beauty of it all is almost overwhelming, and as the forests pass by, you find yourself coming upon mountains. So you decide to play a little bit, and you swoop down low over the rocks and hills of the mountains. And to make sure that you don't hit anything, you think it would be a good idea to shed a little light on the ground below. And so you focus on your nose, and you feel a warmth start to build within your muzzle. Soon a bright red light is emanating from your nose. The hair on the bridge of your nose keeps it from shining directly in your eyes, making it just illuminate the ground below you and nothing else. As you fly around the mountain peaks, pass by the rocks and fly underneath the branches of trees, you feel so proud of yourself for having gotten so good at flying so quickly. You make an amazing reindeer, and this flight is just filling your heart with absolute joy. And as you're playing your reindeer games, you hear a strange noise, a very out-of-place noise up here in the cold mountains. It sounds almost as if a little girl is crying. So you pause and hover in midair, listening carefully. There it is again, the sound of crying. And you think back to earlier today when you were watching the news and you heard a story about a little girl becoming lost up in the mountains. Surely that must be her. And so you follow your keen reindeer ears, getting closer and closer to the sound of the crying, using your nose to illuminate the area. Until at last, the light of your nose falls upon a little girl in a pink coat, trying in vain to keep warm, huddled against the side of a cliff. And so you begin heading downward, getting closer and closer to the girl's location, and suddenly you realize that you've never landed before, but this is something that you have to do. And so you land in the snow a bit unsteadily, but you make it. The little girl seems frightened at first, and you realize that you're shining your light directly at her. She can't see you clearly, so you move your head to one side, allowing her to see your beautiful furry reindeer form. Bit by bit, the child's fear is replaced with a sense of awe. She's just seen a flying reindeer. You step a little closer to her, slowly at first, making sure not to make any sudden moves. You lie down in front of her, and you motion with your head for her to climb on your back. She's a little bit hesitant at first, but after a little nuzzle, she feels confident to trust you and climbs on your back. Making sure that she has a tight grip on the fur on the back of your neck, you take a few steps forward. You pick up speed, and you leap over the side of a cliff. The girl screams. Then she realizes that you're not falling. You're flying, and she's flying right along with you. Squeals of fear give way to squeals of delight as you head back toward the town, with the northern lights on your left and the stars on your right. The girl hugs your neck, feeling safe for the first time tonight. Forests once again give way to farmland, and farmland to the houses of the town. In the town square below, you see a policeman making his nightly rounds, with his hands wrapped around a hot cup of coffee. And so you head down toward the square, and as you land in front of the policeman, he drops his coffee in sheer surprise. A flying reindeer with a glowing nose yet. He just can't believe his eyes. You lay down in front of the policeman so that the child can dismount. And as you leave her, she gives you one last big hug of thanks. Bugling your goodbyes, you jump into the air, taking off once again for home. And when you return home, You see the elf waiting by the stables for you, just as he promised. "How did you enjoy your first flight?" he asks you. "Did you have fun? Did you see anything exciting?" And you just smile to yourself. You could tell him your story, but you decide not to brag. It's enough that you know what happened tonight. And so you let the elf guide you into the stable without a word. The elf leads you into a stall where you lay down and drift off to sleep in a warm bed of straw, and wait for the morning when you'll be taken to meet Santa. When you awaken, you'll remember everything that happened, and it will make you so very happy knowing that you had your first flight as a reindeer, and that you rescued a little girl, and you had a wonderful time throughout all of it. Merry Christmas, reindeer.